I think it's a all-round spotless performance. So all the things that we wanted to work in this test match, the questions that you guys asked before the series or before the start of this match, one was the amount of runs. Obviously it was a really good wicket, but you can only bat on the surface that is in front of you. So from a runs point of view, very, very good. Opening partnership point of view, very, very good. And then the batters who got opportunity, same thing, they cashed in. And in the bowling front, on really tough conditions for the bowlers, they put their hands up and their skills was really good.
I think that's just part of the game. I think we're just giving the captain more ammo to be able to set the game up ultimately for our bowlers to make an impact in the game. We know as a batting unit we need 20 wickets to win a test, but in saying that we also need runs under the belt for us to be able to execute that game plan. And I mean, it worked out beautifully here in this test, and in the past it's been a little bit tough for us to try and set up a game. So I think it was very good of our batting unit to be able to play the game in those kind of similar characteristics like you want to follow in a test match, and ultimately giving the captain a good headache instead of a bad one. So yeah, I think it went quite well with regards to the batting unit. I think most of our guys are in relatively good touch, if not everyone. Which is very promising signs for us, especially for the summer that we have coming up.
I've always been a guy that's very honest in reflection when it comes to, if it was a good wicket, I praise and I give credit. But obviously, conditions-wise, when you play countries like Bangladesh, it is important that you try and make sure that you get whatever you get from the wicket to give your team some sort of advantage. And I felt there wasn't much advantage for any team in these conditions. The good thing that was pleasing was the groundsman said the wicket won't spin. So for 3.5 days or probably 4 days, the wicket didn't spin off the straight. So that was pleasing to see. He got that right. But in terms of what we were looking for in pace and bounce, it was obviously really slow, and you could see that even some of the tail-enders were pretty comfortable with the short ball there. But once again, our bowlers made the changes. They adapted beautifully. They were consistent in the areas, and we put Bangladesh under pressure for 5 days. I mean, that's why I said a spotless performance from us. For 5 days, we were in a demanding position.
Yeah, quite happy with it. I think a lot of the times you need to absorb quite well when you're facing spin, and then you find the bowler tends to offer you a little bit of a few more free balls to actually get the scoring rate a little bit on the move. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the way things go. I'm quite a natural attacking player when it comes to facing spin. I think that's just a South African way of playing, because we don't get to face spin these domestically that often. So I guess that is a bit of a game plan of mine, but I am someone that I do kind of look at myself that I do play spin quite well, and I've had a number of years of experience in different conditions, and I've learned the trade quite well. So yeah, I'd like to think things went quite well facing the spinners.
Yeah, we felt that over 4 days that we've had Bangladesh under so much pressure, and we've did all the hard work and put all the pressure that if we got 1 or 2 early doors, we expected them the pressure would be too much, and they would fall over. Obviously didn't expect it to happen that quickly, but that's the great thing. If that's how it generally works in Test cricket, you are unlucky for a while, you do a hard graft without a lot of results, and then all of a sudden it just happens for you. So very pleasing that, especially with a reasonably quick turnaround, that the guys can have a better rest for the next test.
I had 8 years there at the Free State Union, and yeah, quite excited to be going back to Bloemfontein. I've been at the Titans now going on 4 years, so yeah, it'll be good. As I said, good to return back to a place that got me to where I am today, I guess, and yeah, looking forward to it.